Honorable Men Discord. Let's talk Caleb Williams' incredible throw on Sunday's football. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new, I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'll see you in the comment section about this one. So let's get straight to it. For those of you that don't know, those of you new to this channel, I'm a New York Giants fan. And we are not in the running, if that's a surprise to any of you. But with that being said, I still catch some of the games or catch some of the highlights as we progress to the Super Bowl. And this particular game, I was able to see the highlight, and wow. If any of you are unfamiliar with this throw, which I'm pretty sure at this present time, you probably seen the throw. I still wanted to talk about it because this guy deserves his he deserves all the hype and all the media attention that it's getting. And to be honest with you, when I did my research, I found out this guy's only been active for 16 months. So to be able to handle this type of pressure with a few seconds left on the clock, I believe it was 20 something seconds left on the clock in the fourth, and this guy made this throw on the fourth, in the fourth quarter, fourth down, and this guy just threw what many say is an incredible throw. Now, to me, this was not a Hail Mary, although yes, he was pressured to throw it, but the accuracy with this type of pressure, the way he ran back. Listen, let's just get straight to the video, and then we'll talk about it further.
Command in motion. Williams drifting, sprinting for space, in all kinds of trouble. Put it up for grabs in the end zone. He got it! Command in motion. Williams drifting, sprinting for space, in all kinds of trouble. Put it up for grabs in the end zone.
Why can't I was about to say, why can't the Giants get someone like this? But I'm not gonna say that because we got Jackson Dart, and I think he has a bright future, so let me not say that. But wow. And then to find out he's only been 16 months in and doing something like this. Listen, I'm a Giants fan, but my heart goes out to those in Chicago. My heart goes out to the team because that has to sting. Listen, I'll be honest with you. These make for great games to watch. This is how you would want a Super Bowl to play out, to be honest with you. For something like that to happen and go into overtime gives you more chance to sit down and cheer for your team. This is how I want the Super Bowl to play out. But as a fan of the team, this is heartbreaking because I would rather my team be completely blown out in the game than for your quarterback to do something miraculous like this and then you lose it in the in overtime. Which brings me to another discussion that I've seen people talk about, and there's some sports fans, particularly football fans, that are saying they would wish that teams can't lose by just a field goal kick. And I want to know what your thoughts is on that. Anyone watching this, what's your thoughts on them changing it, the NFL changing that, you win by a field goal kick? Some feel like, it should be more because it's like robbing the team. And I saw people talk about that, particularly in the Bills game. Okay, because of the way the Bills lost, people are saying they wish it wasn't, teams wouldn't lose by just a field goal kick. I want to know your thoughts on that. Do you agree with that sentiment that the NFL should change the rules on that? And shout out to the Bills. I know they had a heart-wrenching loss also, and that's football for you. This is the good thing about football, is that show up or go home, which is why, even though I grew up, playing basketball and watching basketball, and basketball was my first love as far as the sport is concerned, This is why now I don't have as much love for the game of basketball as far as watching it. Because to me it's just too many games. I think, and a lot of people are saying the players are not playing their best, they're not playing their hardest. And then I just covered an episode on LeBron, and what he's saying he's going to do, the TBD games. I mean, I know he's a separate situation, but if the NBA would create a, win or go home system, I don't know how they would do that. I know they would be taking losses as far as games played and tickets sold. So I know that's not something I foresee them doing anytime in the near future. But if they were to do something similar to the NFL, find a way to do it, at least when it comes to the playoffs, I think it would be more entertaining, because teams would know, listen, we got to show up. There's no time to play around and be out there playing, knowing that you have more games to recover. Football, it's show up and show out, which is why you get plays like this. You're forced to produce, because it's like they know, listen, if we don't make something happen, we don't advance. And that's my thoughts on that. I didn't mean to talk about the NBA, but we're here to talk sports, and we're here to talk about Caleb's incredible throw. So I have some other things queued up here, and this is one reaction that I just wanted to play from his miraculous throw. And I love seeing things like this, because I felt the same way when I saw it. And that's me speaking as a Giants fan watching this throw. All right. That's how you want to watch football. Moving along. So this is Caleb speaking on the moment. Such a class act.
Did with that throw and what Cole did and just the moment he provided?
Yeah, it was cool in the moment, but I will say I can appreciate the organization, the city of Chicago. I can appreciate the sacrifice, the growth that we've had as a team, and I can appreciate the growth that I've had, the trust that I've built with Ben and the other my other teammates and things like that. So
you appreciate what you did with that.
Let me just say one other thing. I'm a Giants fan, but I wouldn't mind seeing. Actually, let me say I would have preferred if Chicago would advance, just because the last four teams, these are teams that have been popping up within the last decade. All right, so we're left with Denver Broncos versus New England Patriots, and we have Seattle Seahawks versus the Los Angeles Rams. All right. I want to say all of those teams mentioned within the last decade have been doing fairly well. If not, their franchises all four of those franchises have been doing better than the Chicago Bears. Could we agree on that? If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section, but this was the year that Chicago, with a play like that, I would have wished that they would have advanced. But coulda, woulda, shoulda. But, we're here to, celebrate that throw, although the Chicago Bears lost. Again, Caleb Williams, an incredible throw, a class act. And I'm going to say this before I move on to this last clip that I have queued up. By all means, I do not want to see the New England Patriots win, and I'm saying that as a Giants fan. So I don't know how this is going to play out. I have no stake in this. My Giants are not here. They're not here to fight for a position. So by all means, I don't want to see the New England Patriots win another. I know people from Boston, that New England area, are going to hate this episode. But listen, I got to stand on what I got to stand on. And I don't want to see the Patriots win the Super Bowl. I wouldn't care if it's the Denver Broncos, Seattle Seahawks, or the Los Angeles Rams. I wouldn't mind Denver winning it. But let's get on to this last clip. And the reason why I'm playing this is because Emmanuel Acho, I hope I'm saying his name right, Emmanuel, I like his breakdown on this, so I figured I'd end with this.
Caleb Williams is special. He's special. I mean, this might be the most spectacular play you'll see all season. I'm going to let you see it, then we're going to break it down. Game on the line. Fourth quarter. Down by 7. What the hell? Is there even somebody down there? Touchdown. Special, but now let's break down the play, people, because the beauty is in the details. All right, game on the line at the 14-yard line, down by 7. Right now, they're in a zone, but it's a pattern match zone, so it plays off where individuals have man. He has the man that's now in his zone. He's double-teamed. He's singled. He's double-teamed. Right now, Caleb Williams' back is to the picture. He ain't missing nothing because covered, double-teamed, covered. Back is to the other 21 players on the football field. You realize how ridiculous that is? Dude's whole back is turned. He has no idea what's going on right now. He flips his head around. At the 40-yard line, off his back foot, he grabs a snapshot, a picture. And what he sees is a one-on-one. Mind you, when he turns around, he sees all of this, but sees a one-on-one. And off his back foot, he lets it rip. Boo! But here's the beauty of this play. This isn't luck. Be quiet if anybody tells you it's luck. Tell them be quiet. It's not luck. When Caleb throws this, understand, Caleb can only throw this in a certain area because if he throws it short, it's broken up. So he has to throw it about 5 yards. That's the 5-yard window he has to throw that football. Caught. Touchdown. Special. Y'all. Down by 7. Game on the line. Special. All right, Caleb had some highs, but he also had some lows. Now let's take a look at the interception that lost the game. But before we take a look at it, here's Caleb Williams after the game talking about it. My God, Caleb Williams.
All right. First and foremost, watching the field from that view, that vantage point, makes it look even more incredible. And you have to understand, for those of you that have never played football, for those of you that have played football, when you're actually on the field, and I don't know how tall Caleb is, but regardless of that, when you have defenders coming towards you, and they may be taller than you or a little bit shorter than you, they're disrupting your actual vantage point. So he's not seeing it the way that we're looking at it right now with this breakdown from Emmanuel. He's seeing it even with less view. So again, like he said, to have your back completely turned because you're running away from the defense, and then once you turn around, you make a decision and you make an accurate decision like that, I have no words. He earned this episode. I had to salute this man. Again, I'm a Giants fan, New York Giants. But Caleb, salute to your future. May you stay healthy. I'll be locked in, seeing what you do next season. Because, wow, incredible. What's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts on that play? What's your thoughts on the remaining 4 at the time of this recording? What's your thoughts on the Super Bowl? And I'm not talking about the halftime. We already know the halftime. There's people locked into the halftime that probably don't even watch football, and I get it. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl out of the remaining 4? Who you think is going to advance, and then who you think is going to win the Super Bowl? But that's my thoughts on this. Incredible throw. I'm sorry for you, Chicago. Sorry that you didn't advance, but you're in good hands. But as always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you didn't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, stay honorable.